Alright, so this is my last day here in Kuala Lumpur and I've had a great time so far and I'm really excited about today. I'm going to meet up with a local who lives here in Kuala Lumpur, which is really exciting because this guy is someone who lives here, and so far I've spent a lot of time with other travelers, so it's going to be great to get some insights.
Tandoori satu, teh ais satu, and teh tarik satu.
I literally don't even know what language you're speaking right now.
Oh no, because he's not from Malaysia, he's from India.
So you speak in Indian?
No, I speak in Malay. Bahasa Malaysia. But they don't understand it, that's the problem. When the government allows more foreigners to come in, we don't really invest in training them since they are, I don't know, since they're doing jobs like this and that.
Yeah.
So we don't really invest in training them. It's like Turkish people when they first came to Germany. They don't speak German. They have to be there for generations to be fluent in that. So we have this big problems in Malaysia as well. If you wanna start a business, if you wanna be successful, you have to know. I mean, for me, it's important to know what this place was, what this place is, what this place in the future. And for that, you have to look in the history. Like, why does Malaysia speak English? Why does Vietnam not speak English?
The English here is so good. I'm surprised because it doesn't make any sense to like come teach English here because everyone speaks it.
I do know some foreign English teachers.
Yeah.
Like I told you, they are teaching at university level.
University level.
So it's completely different from.
And then you have to have like a teaching degree or like lots of experience.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, the most unqualified English teacher that I've met, she teaches in. She used to teach in a rural college.
Yeah.
Which is partly financed by the government.
Yeah.
She used to get like 5,000 ringgit per month.
But that's just over $1,000, yeah.
Because right now, yeah, but back then it was quite a lot, yeah.
Okay.
But she was BA graduate in the UK.
Okay.
She doesn't have the British teaching qualification, so that's why she's getting 5,000 ringgit per month. If you do have the qualification. It starts from 10,000.
Okay, that's a good salary. That's high. Yeah. Thank you.
I was looking for some joint ventures to develop the business, develop the app.
Many of the Indians speak Malay. They just speak English.
If they are born and raised in Malaysia, they do speak Malay. Mm-hmm. If they are not born and raised in Malaysia, if they're only in Malaysia as I don't know, cheap labor, it's unlikely they can speak Malay, which I can understand. It's just, how can you expect people to speak Malay when they're here to work in an Indian local place where they don't even go to lessons? Like people in Germany, they are compulsory they have to go to German lessons and everything to get a visa.
Yeah.
I need to go to the toilet.
There's some coming across the main road, yeah.
Muslim majority country. I'm not Muslim.
You're not?
No, I'm not. I'm actually ethnically Chinese, ethnically East Asian. Yeah. But I'm also a bit Mongolian, Korean, and ethnically East Asian, I would say. Not purely Chinese, but culturally I was born and raised in a Chinese-speaking environment.
Okay, cool.
But you know, Malaysia is a Muslim majority country.
So
they like to come here for holidays and to support another Muslim country.
And it's quite cheap as
oh yeah, sure,
yeah, compared to some places in the Middle East.
That's the end station, so you go there, you can see Bangsa along the way.
Cool, man. Well, I'll check you probably later.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Text me on WhatsApp. Yeah?
Cool. Cheers, man. Other than that, I'm also going to meet up with a guy who I am in the same coaching mastermind for, fitness coaching that is. And we have the same fitness coach, and so we connected, and he lives here. He's been living here for about a year. We're going to go to gym together here in KL, and he's going to show me around a little bit, maybe take me to the company he works at and have a look around there. So that's going to be awesome. So I've got some cool stuff planned for today for my last day, and then my flight's early tomorrow morning, so I'm going to jump on a flight at 6:30, so I have to be at the airport at about 4 a.m. and I guess I'm just going to stay up until then, take a taxi to the airport at about like 2 a.m. or something like that. So it's going to be a fun next couple of hours.
But like growing up in the US, like I got kind of bored of it, as maybe you didn't get bored of South Africa, but you wanted to see other things. So
exactly.
That's what this is.
That's really sweet.
The only issue is like there's only like one squat rack, one bench thing.
Yeah, as it is. I can't remember the name, but it's essentially a guy who's taken the top 100 books in self-development and pulled out the top concepts and then made a list of them. And it all comes down to the same thing. All the books talk about the same things, you know?
You like this, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Get that energy boost.
I don't know anyone who's hardcore enough to like put spinach in.
I did it like religiously for a while, and then I stopped doing that.
You stopped. Oh. I'm about to up this thing, so.
Damn, look at that.
You ready?
Let's go. Whoa, that's epic. Oh, this is one of those vitamins, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, these things are hard.
Got it, so lucky.
When you came over here and you came over to Kuala Lumpur, what was your experience like of, coming to live in a new country? And, you've been here, how long, a year now?
A little over 1 year, so 371 days to be
Nice.
exact. Yeah.
Great. So what is your experience now living in Kuala Lumpur, and how is that going for you?
So, okay, my experience has been bizarre. It's been kind of everywhere because, especially in a place like this, it's not just one culture, it's a mix of a ton of different cultures. So there's 3 main cultures, and coming from America, like honestly, I don't know geography that well. We're kind of in this little bubble, so I popped my own bubble, got over here, and it was difficult kind of understanding why do these people do what they do, because compared to where you live, it's considered weird, but you need to accept the fact that this is normal for them, this is how they live. And so this was hard for me, but the moment I understood how to accept this, I felt like I became more a citizen of the world. This is how it is, just accept it, deep spiritual lesson. And since then, I've just gotten along with people much better, have a deeper appreciation for things. It's still hard to understand certain accents, but you get used to it, and it's kind of fun conversation sometimes. So I'd say that's the deeper gist of things.
Nice, yeah. And I've had a similar experience with the whole living and teaching in South Korea, Vietnam, Thailand. You aren't part of the culture, but you learn about it and you learn how to accept being in a different culture, and accepting and realizing that everyone's just people, and there's differences, but you can learn a lot about the way the world is, and grow and stuff like that. So for me, that's one of my favorite things about traveling. So what then do you think your favorite thing about living here in Kuala Lumpur?
So my favorite thing is, and if Alex were to ask anyone else this question, the number one thing they would say is the food, right? It's delicious. You have Chinese cuisine, great Indian cuisine like cheese naan, butter chicken, and local Malaysian stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna try and go a step deeper than that. And to be honest, your superficial impression might be people are maybe closed off, or they're not as accepting to outsiders. But really, it's just a matter of kind of like all of us. The more comfortable we are with someone, the more open they are. And you just have to get through that little phase, whether it's with a group of people in this whole society or someone you just meet, and they're some of the most loving people that I've met. Like so welcoming, so interested in your story and who you are, especially being like a foreigner out of the country. Like, why'd you come here? And then you shed some light on why you came here, and it gives them an appreciation for KL. So, yeah, just like it all comes down to connecting with people. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And the whole mix of cultures is super interesting. I come from South Africa. I don't know if you know this, but there's a huge mix of cultures there. We have 11 official languages.
11,
yeah, that's crazy.
No okay.
And you know, so I actually felt a weird bit of, you know, being at home here, and that was kind of cool because a lot of Asian countries are very, you know, fixed in the way it's just one culture.
Yes.
There's one people, and especially, you know, Vietnam, Korea, those kinds of countries. Which is, I really like that about this country, the mix of people and culture and the food. Like,
and the food.
I mean, the food's so good.
Like
someone told me about it and said it's the best food they've had in Asia, and I was like, really? Are you sure? And since being here, I've been like, yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's up there.
Honestly, it's what I'm thinking about right now. So we're gonna go get some delicious food after this. So for now, video time.